Hello, LegendAqua here for episode 10 of Idolmaster Cinderella Girls U149. In this episode, well, starting off from where we left off from the previous episode, the U149 back at their base, basically with all the photos of their beach vacation and everything, it stirs them up to saying, they want a concert, they want their own debut. And the producer comes in with basically a new song for them. And this gets the U149s all excited because doesn't that mean, since they've got a new song, doesn't that mean they've got the concert now? Here's the problem. The section chief basically is still not convinced. Yes, the president gave the producer a new song for U149. However, the section chief isn't buying it and basically shoots down the producer for trying to make a concert. And let's just say this entire argument between the producer and the section chief gets overheard by the U149s because obviously they notice that the producer is worried about this entire thing in the first place. And let's just say this entire conversation gets overheard by Mizuki, Kaede, and Sanai. Yeah. So basically, these three basically wants to give some advice to the producer. And we do get to see one of the problems, which is basically cha-ching money. But the producer in U149 does go back to a previous cameo, namely being Shin and Nana, and they go towards them for advice. And basically, to sum up their advice is basically, so you have no money and you don't have much resources, do it yourself. And that's exactly what they do. So basically, with the advice at hand, they basically go to the company storage and basically get some resources for the concert. And along the way, because they have no proper stage, or concert stage, Arisu does give out one smart idea, which I'll go back to later on. But this basically helps them to make their own concert. And we get a huge montage of basically all of U149 idols basically making the concert and advertising the concert towards a lot of the other idols, aka more and more and more cameos. There's one that makes me very surprised they actually got a cameo, but I'll get back to that later. So, with the producer and U149 still, making the concert, the day is going to be there, but the producer does talk to her sister. And yes, this is one minor plot point I haven't been talking about a lot in my episode reviews, but the producer has been talking to his sister for basically a lot of this anime's screen time for advice. And basically, the producer's sister also wants to watch this new concert as well, while also trying to give advice to the producer. Basically, that's what the producer's sister has been doing a lot of the time. Anyways, the day of the concert is here, and let's just say the previous cameos that I just talked about, that being Mizuki, Kaede, Sanai, Shin, and Nana, they're all there in person just to see it live. And the thing that Arisu's, smart decision for the concert was basically live stream it. And it goes out with a hitch because, yes, basically the U149 does the new song and they live stream it to basically everybody, especially like not just towards the people that's on stage with them, but also basically all the other idols that they've advertised to also watches the live stream. And yeah, I'm still showing pictures of the concert because yeah, it takes up a lot of time. But yeah, overall, this entire episode was leading up to the own Makeshift concert live stream. However, this episode still hasn't ended yet because there is one last thing to note, and that is basically we're going to Arisu's arc, because with the last scenes that we've pretty much been seeing, especially with how she reacts to, wanting more debuts, more songs, more concerts, Arisu's hesitates, and then the episode ends. So overall, this episode basically, in a ways, it basically proved the section chief wrong that the U149 idols had no potential, because they do, because they had the backing of not only the older idols, but a lot of the fans grew from this concert in the first place. So yeah, this definitely shut up the section chief one way or another. On the other hand, this is going to go into what I feel is going to be Arisu's arc before the finale, because Arisu just hesitated in trying to, make her idol jobs into a fully permanent one, in a ways. Considering what we've seen from the first episode, it's telling why she's hesitating. So, with the story out of the way, yeah, I know I've kind of rambled on about a lot of them, but this is kind of crucial because this is just what I'm thinking is going to be happening, especially with Arisu. But beyond that, the animation, the live, was actually pretty good. Tons of cameos this episode. Like, I couldn't list every single one of them, but the cameo I was most surprised about was actually Yoriko. I was not expecting her to cameo at all. Sure, it's not voiced because, again, tons of cameos, but I was surprised by her. In the next episode, as I said, it feels like we're moving into Arisu's arc, and that's going to be very interesting, especially if it's going towards what's going to be happening in the finale, but we will see when it gets released. So, that'll do it for me. Comment below what you thought about this episode and let me know. With that, LA out.